2015.
Isaiah lives on. Nobody is getting hit. The year is 20XX. Nobody is getting hit.
They're going to play their first game on Smashville. Here we go. FOW versus Mr. R. This is a very, very hype match. Let's get it. Nets versus Sheik. I'm excited.
Okay. Very, very skittish start from both of these guys. They don't want to go too far in there. Just kind of feeling each other out. Oh, and FOW is going to draw first blood, but drops the bread and butter combo down throw to fair. You almost never see that happen, even at mid and low levels of play, but Mr. R with the tricky DI right off the bat, doing the inward DI, which is actually improper, but now FOW's starting to catch on to that.
FOW understands that he cannot autopilot here. Mr. R is a contender for first place at this tournament. He needs to focus, so he's going to have to wait and react and really understand Mr. R and play his heart out right now. Back throw.
His heart is currently falling out of his body by the looks of things. Somebody call a doctor. Oh, that's going to be it.
And is this going to be the stock?
Yes.
Oh, wow. My goodness. You know, that's one thing that I did want to say. It is very, very hard for Sheik to get in on a Ness at high percents. That's the only advantage that Ness really has. But Freddy is playing out of his mind right now, has a huge, huge stock lead, and is taking that and running with it.
That beautiful B pivot needles to cross FOW up right at the last minute as he was landing. Such a good little sleight of hand there. Even if you have amazing reaction time, if you don't recognize a visual cue properly, you will react slower to it, and that's exactly what we saw there. I mean, FOW has seen a Sheik land and charge needles 5 million times in his life, but not like that, and not in that tight of a situation. Is he alive? Yes, he is. Of course he is. Oh, wow. Great trade. He'll trade 30% for the stock. Amazing idea there by Mr. R because Ness halves his distance if he collides with something during PK Thunder 2. Wow, going out deep with Bouncing Fish to avoid an edge guard, though.
These are just two top-level players. Let's just be 100 right here. You know, it's looking like a very close game. Mr. R is trying to figure him out using all those technical tricks like you just told me to try to get any percent as possible. All we need is just about 80% for Mr. R to feel like he can KO him. But now if one more percent is put on Ness, that is rage, and back throw at almost any angle will KO him, so we'll see what happens.
An up air from pretty much anywhere above ground level is going to be the end of Mr. R as well. This is a really treacherous situation.
And there it is, there it is.
That nair, that get off me move. Very similar to Peach's as well, even the same animation. Oh, I thought he sniped his jump with the needles, but that's it.
Down smash is good. Game for FOW. Incredible, absolutely incredible.
Now, because of Mr. R's placing relative to FOW's at Apex 2015, a third place in comparison to 17th or 16th or 13th, this is definitely a match in which Mr. R is favored. If FOW takes this, especially 2-0, that is kind of an upset. Not that anybody doubts FOW's skills. Everyone knows he's incredibly talented, but Mr. R, considered to be one of the best in the known universe.
No, absolutely. Mr. R is not overhyped. He's an extremely talented and smart player. But Freddy also has proven to be one of the best players in the world as well. And Mr. R a little bit shaken up. Let's see if he can pull this out with a little more tricks, a little more calm and patient play. And we'll watch.
Oh, okay, this time Mr. R drawing the first blood and actually completing his grab combos, unlike what FOW was doing in the start. You can see the tournament nerves starting to dissipate from both players. They're getting comfortable in their shoes here up on the main stage. Of course, both of them top-level competitors. They've been in situations like this before, but never at EVO with nearly 2,000 entrants. There's a lot on the line. There's pride, money.
Yes. If there was ever a tournament to really make Smashers put on the line, it's this one. A stage spike is going to be an early KO for Sheik.
Apparently, we do not tech those in Vegas. The city that never techs.
Well, hopefully we see FOW get a little more damage here. As soon as Sheik is about just like 120, back throw will be able to take the KO. But Sheik doesn't have too much of a dominant lead, but a lead nonetheless. And Mr. R is no stranger to keeping a lead. He knows exactly what to do to zone his opponent. He's played this matchup enough. A beautiful tech.
Wow, almost looking for another kill with that down smash there. So many active frames. It's actually really efficient on the edge to just throw that out. It also ends so quickly.
Yeah, and it's also very useful because when you just do a regular get up from the edge, you only have 2 frames to punish. So if you have that many active frames, it's going to be a lot easier.
FOW is so creative with his PK Thunder angles, man. And is that it? No. Even though the sparks were there, that might be the spark that FOW needed, though, to even this one up. Okay, just falls down with the back air. A little scramble again in the neutral, but Mr. R getting his hands on FOW. Just going to take this as far as he can. Ride out the juggle if possible. Nice. Needles before he hits the ground.
Classic bread and butter. Down throw, up throw is going to, prove to have enough percent to put FOW in kind of a dangerous state. Up smash, even up B at this point will kill. We see the down throw, up B. No. He's able to read it. He jumps out. That's just perfectly fine.
Wow, the spot dodge in his face, and it's not going to work twice. Okay, FOW making some serious waves here.
Yes.
Met a very unfortunate end to that first stock. This is definitely within reach for him. A couple grab combos really will even up the percent, especially relative to their weights and KO abilities.
No, absolutely. FOW just needs to do exactly what you said. Some grab combos, a little more, forward air action. Freddy is no stranger to manipulating people's thoughts with his up B, so he might be able to get an early KO with that as well. Freddy is definitely not out. He's down, but he's not out. He's going to almost pass the percent for grab combos to work, and needles to bouncing fish. Needles to bouncing fish. That was absolutely guaranteed.
Mr. R definitely not one to omit any style from his gameplay. Even on this EVO main stage, he's just going to be doing all kinds of cool stuff for the remainder of his bracket run, and let's see if that's going to be stopped cold in winners right now, or if he's going to keep it going.
Quick wit and a strong mentality when going to each of these games is pivotal for almost any player, but especially on the EVO grand stage.
Actually, I believe this is to qualify for top 8 winners side, by the way, so
absolutely
a lot is at stake here this far in the bracket, but it's still best of 3 because we're not in the finals, winners, losers, or grand finals here. Oh, Mr. R, very smart, just respecting the up B.
Absolutely.
If he were frame perfect, he may have had a chance to make something happen there, but not going to take any risks. Of course, hedge your bets. We are in Vegas. Mr. R, smart gambler, apparently. Oh, almost twice. That's actually a really good edge guard, man, hitting at that 45-degree diagonal. Ooh, Mr. R.
Using the up B mix up here. But FOW is answering back as he tries to get a little more percent with his forward air, putting a lot of pressure on, missing the grab, and he's going to do a down throw, and the mix-up is going to not work. The forward air did not hit, whiffed.
That was a beautiful soft nair landing into bouncing fish. Mr. R never short on creativity here.
Yes.
Just going to pop him up with needles. Now FOW is forced to land. Oh, but Mr. R kind of freezes up in the last second. Let's FOW in on him, but fortunately for Mr. R, he was so close to the edge that FOW really couldn't continue his combo. Needed a little bit more stage behind him for that.
Tried to wait for the up air, ended up not getting it. Freddy going for the up B and losing a stock because of it.
That one. Yep.
That was a risky thing. I'm obviously not going to fault him for doing that. If it worked, it would have been great. But that was a little risky. Let's see if there's going to be a lot more safe and patient play. But again, I'm not Freddy. Maybe he's got a plan. Who knows? But all I do know is that Mr. R is now holding his lead, playing extremely safe and patient, just trying to get everything guaranteed, dancing around Freddy to get any opening that he possibly can, going for anything only guaranteed, nothing tricky. Incredible follow-up there. We just saw, what, up tilt, forward air to bouncing fish.
Mr. R showing us stuff that we never even imagined possible with Sheik. Actually, until that cool little Smash Entity video came out this past week, or 4GG. Oh, speaking of GG!
Oh my
God!
A stage spike from FOW will prove to be a stock for Mr. R, and I'm excited to see 160% rage back throw kills at the very edge of the stage at probably 70%. So Freddy is not too far off from KOing Mr. R, and Mr. R is going to be hard-pressed to get in on Freddy when he's at a percent that he can be KO'd by back throw, because a lot of Sheik's opportunities to get damage or to KO is getting in your face up close and personal.
Yeah, I don't know if 70 will quite be enough to do it, but FOW definitely looking optimistic. He only has to get a couple combos to really even this one up.
Absolutely.
Oh, no! Wow, Mr. R taking a huge risk there by bouncing fishing with the sloppy landing on the floor, but going to close it out 2-1 with a bouncing fish, of course.
With a bouncing fish, Mr. R, Ramen Del Shad
bounces his way up to another round of winners.
We'll take that game, and Freddy, Freddy looking not really disappointed. He's proud of himself. He shook his head. He understands that he played well. That last game was a little rough, kind of a decisive victory, but you have to give him props for playing Ness, man, in a Sheik-infested world. That can be hard.
It can.